UW-La Crosse is ranked number 34 for out-of-state students among public universities nationwide.
UW-La Crosse is ranked as one of the most military-friendly schools in the nation.
UW-La Crosse is number 24 among medium colleges and universities for Peace Corps volunteers.
Hi, I'm your Stormman Mike Stein. Welcome to this week's WMCM Weather Update. Tonight we got a clear, cold one, folks, with a low of 27 degrees. Going into Friday with a mix of clouds and clear skies. Rains later in the afternoon with a high of 50 degrees. Rains persisting through the night with a low of 27 degrees, or 49. We're on Saturday, and it's going to be a high of 49 degrees. There might be a thunderstorm, so watch out for that, folks. In Saturday night, we got a low of 27 degrees with showers ending and it clearing up for Sunday with a high of 46 degrees. Might be some clouds, but otherwise it should be a beautiful day. Rounding out the weekend, we got the evening with a low of 28 degrees. And up next, we have Dom with the interview with the UWL Children's Play. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm joined today with Katie Katchke, who is a student at UWL and a local thespian. And she is a part of UWL's production of Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. Thank you for joining us, Katie.
Yeah, no problem.
Now, what part do you play in this show, Katie?
I play Lily in Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. I'm the main character, and Lily is a little mouse.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. What can you tell us about the show without giving anything really away?
Well, the show is based on a children's book by Kevin Hines, and Lily is a little mouse, and she's kind of a diva. It's all about her first day of school back in first grade, and her two best friends, and all the adventures that they get into, and the discoveries she makes about growing up.
Okay, really. Now, I understand this isn't your first children's show. What other children's show have you done here at UWL?
That is correct. 2 years ago, my freshman year, I was in the children's show Galoshes of Fortune, and it was a fairy tale kind of story, and I was a little gangster rapper in that show. So quite a different part.
That's cute. Now, what can you tell us then about your experience with children's shows? How are they different from the straight shows that we normally would see, like the heavy dramas or the musicals? How is the children's show different?
Children's shows are much, much lighter. They are in a much smaller theater. It's the Frederick Theater, so it's more intimate. The children are much more interactive, and it's a lot higher energy. We usually do 3 shows a day for 4 days, so it's a little bit tiring, but it's really fun to work with the kids.
Okay, what would you expect, what would you want the children and the adults, the audience members to take away from this show?
I think there are a lot of good lessons about living with your family and accepting and loving your family for who they are, and just loving your friends.
Excellent, excellent. So if you're young or young at heart, I suggest you to go see UW-La Crosse's production of Lily's Purple Plastic Purse, which is next week. And now we move on to sports with Stephanie.
Hello! No-hitter. 2 words rarely spoken in the sports world, but Eagles pitcher Lauren Bears did just that last week against Wartburg College at the Augustana College Invite. With an amazingly experienced defense behind her, Bears threw for 6 innings, fanning 3. There was 1 error committed by the Eagles defense, which could have been the difference between a no-hitter and a perfect game. The Eagles' offense was just impressive as their defense, led by junior right fielder Katie Fink, who went 3 for 4 at the plate with 3 runs batted in and 2 runs scored. The Eagles scored 8 runs on 13 hits. The Eagles went 2-2 last week, defeating Wartburg twice and coming up short to Co-College and Augustana. The Eagles are 10-4, and they will be at Dubuque tonight to take on the University of Dubuque Spartans. From one diamond to another, the Eagles baseball team was finally in action this past weekend as they faced St. Scholastica in a doubleheader. Lacrosse dropped the first game 3-2. Tim Bertine suffered the loss, going 4.2 innings, allowing 7 hits and 2 runs while striking out 1. In his second game, St. Scholastica came out strong, leading 2-0 after the first inning, but there was plenty of game left. The Eagles tied the game in the top of the 6th when Trevor Biermeister opened the frame with a walk and scored on an RBI triple from Josh Rowles. Cole Cefalu later tied the game on a sacrifice fly. The Eagles continued their offense in the next inning and eventually took the lead with a pair of runs. The Eagles' bats showed more power at the top of the 9th inning as they added 3 runs to make the final score 7-3. Joel Efforts earned the win for the Eagles on the mound, pitching 7 innings, allowing 1 hit, 2 runs, and fan 9, and he was also named the WEAC Player of the Week. Offensively for the Eagles, they were led by Rouse, who finished 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. The Eagles will head to Oshkosh for a doubleheader this Saturday. The UWL men's and women's cross-country teams have been named to the list of the 2012 United States Track and Field and Cross-Country Coaches Association Scholar Teams. The men's team had an average GPA of 3.41, while the women had a 3.32. Individually, 7 student athletes were named to the list, including Josh Deerdring, Jacob Peterson, Sam Simmons, Nate Rodier, Tom Linner, Rachel Schroeder, and Carissa Connard. The order to qualify for the award, student athletes must compile a GPA of 3.30 or greater. Congrats to all the student athletes, and that's all for this week's sports. A lot going on in lacrosse.
Very much, including we all know that Tim Cabot got elected as the new mayor and will be taking over for Matt Harder. He won against Doug Farmer. So that's interesting news.
Interesting news.
Yes. We have more elections going on. Just get over it, and then they're back again.
Yeah, Brewers also just started their season on Monday. So
I wouldn't know very much, but how are they doing?
Not very well.
Not very well. They won their first one, though, right?
Yes, barely. They probably shouldn't have, but no, still having trouble with pitching. So.
Well, good luck to them. Thanks for watching WMCM's Weekend Review. Make sure to join us next week, Thursday at 4:30, right here on Campus Channel 6, Charter Channel 96, and Digital Cable Channel 989. Thank you very much.